Bonjour les élèves. Today we are going to fill in the notes on adjectives. So that would be page 34 in your note packet. So what is an adjective? Let's kind of review a little bit here. An adjective describes a noun, a person, place, or thing. Since we've been talking about family and pets and animals, we're going to be mostly describing those. So we're going to be using the adjectives to describe family members and pets and people. So what are the rules? There are rules with adjectives. There are some exceptions to the rules, but we'll talk about those at another day. So the main rules of adjectives are adjectives, think of the big A. When you're thinking, what are the rules? Big blue A on the screen. Now remember that. Adjectives must agree, meaning is it masculine, feminine, plural? It's got to agree with who you're describing. And they must go after the noun. So if you are describing it, you can't say a smart boy. You're technically saying a boy smart. We want to know what we're talking about first, then describe it. So in your notes, the first thing you have is the question, comment est-il? Comment est-il is how is he? But to us, how is he is like asking, oh, he's doing good. You know, that kind of thing. No, that's not what it means. It's asking description. So it means, what is he like? How is he? What is his description? That is what the meaning is. So fill that in your notes. If you need to pause this video to continue writing, go ahead and do so. The one right after comment est-il is comment est-elle? What is she like? How is she? What is her description? Oh, she's nice. She's blonde. She's short. Whatever you're going to describe. So what is she like? How is she? What is her description? So the adjectives, sometimes you have a form that is completely different. So for masculine versus feminine. Sometimes you just have to add an E. Sometimes you don't do any changes at all if it already has an E. So looking at the first one in your notes, you have petit, petite, when the last letter of most French words is silent. So you don't hear the T in the masculine form, but you hear it in the feminine form. So petit, petite is short. It can also mean small. So if you're talking about clothing and things, you might want to also add small to that. Grand or grande, which is tall. And in items, again, like clothing, it can mean big. It can mean large. If you have a shirt and the shirt says L-G, the G stands for grand, meaning large. Brun or brune is dark-haired. Il est brun, elle est brune. He is dark-haired, she is dark-haired. Blond, blonde. Blonde, that's a cognate, easy enough. Blond, blonde. Think of the sound changes like with the nationalities. You don't hear the last letter in the male form. Roux, rousse. Totally different word here. So that is red-haired. Roux, rousse. Think ginger. Content, contente. Content or happy. Je suis content. I am happy. I'm content. Amusant, amusante. Fun, like the word amusing, where we get the word amusing fun. Jeune, young. That was going to come up in another thing of notes later, another day. Intéressant, intéressante. Interesting. Bavard or bavard, talkative. That person in the middle. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody else going, oh. So bavard, bavard. Intelligent, intelligente, smart or intelligent. I would say so, if the baby knows how to do those math problems behind them. Paresseux, paresseuse. Lazy. Think of the word parasite. A parasite is lazy. It hooks to another organization and lets them do all the work. So if you're a couch potato, like this picture, you might be paresseux or paresseuse. Aimable, likable, friendly. Mind you of the word aimer, which meant to like, and almost like the word ami, friend, if you kind of flip a couple of the letters around. So aimable, likable or friendly. So désagréable. It already ends in an E, so you don't have to do any changes to it. Unless you're making it plural. Remember, plurals have to add an S. So disagreeable. Grumpy is disagreeable. Always says the opposite. Méchant, méchante. Mean. Chien méchant. A mean dog. Literally, dog mean. That's their beware of dog idea. Comique. Funny. So if you're a comedian, which is where we get the word a comic, so funny, comique. Ennuyeux, ennuyeuse, boring, boring. Énergique, energetic, énergique. Célèbre, famous, like the word celebrity. Jolie, pretty. And you're like, what? Why is there a masculine and a feminine? Because we think of the word pretty, we usually use it with females. But remember, you can be describing other items too. Remember, all nouns are either masculine or feminine. So if you were describing something and it's, I don't know, a pretty sweater, you would say un pull joli. Or un joli pull, actually, but we won't talk about that right now. Triste, sad, triste. Now, the next one, you have beau and belle in your notes, which means good looking. But they're actually two separate words, just like we do in English. So when you're using it in the feminine form, to us, it kind of means beautiful. And beau kind of means handsome. But it just means good looking. So it could be either one. So kind of think of it as beautiful, think of it as handsome, or think of it as good looking. That works for both of them. And yes, in Beauty and the Beast, her name is Belle because they said she was beautiful. And that's what it means. And then beau, handsome, as Gaston says in there, no one is as beautiful as him. So he is beau. Belle and beau, good looking or beautiful and handsome. Sympathique or sympa for short is nice. So sympathique or sympa. Timide, shy, and timid. Like Piglet. Laid or laid or moche. Moche is kind of a little more slangy type word, but both are perfect for ugly. So here you might have a ugly sweater. Fatigué, tired. You guys already know that one. Bête, dumb or silly. So bête. Homer Simpson also is bête. Riche, rich. And that already ends in an E, so it's the same for masculine and feminine. Pauvre, poor. You can also use it in front of things like, oh, pauvre garçon, oh, the poor boy, what happened? So if you used it in front like that. But if you're talking about no money, it would go after. Sportif, sportive. It changes for girls. Athletic, sporty. Fort or fort. Strong, loud. For those who play an instrument, you see forte, which is actually Italian, but same meaning. Play loud, play strong. Faible, weak. Think of the word feeble we use in English. If somebody is feeble, they are usually weak. Formidable, great. Formidable. Abe Lincoln was a great man. Formidable. Fou or folle. Crazy. Like the mad scientist. Fou, folle. That's why in Beauty and the Beast, the little guy's name was Le Fou, the crazy one. With all adjectives, you put a lot in front of it, it becomes like the smart one, the crazy one, the beautiful one. It becomes like a noun. Pénible. It even sounds pénible. So pénible, annoying. So here's this guy trying to do his work. These people are talking and annoying him while he's trying to work. Pénible. Gros and grosse, fat. So gros and grosse. So the fat cat sitting there. Mince, skinny or thin. Mince. Gentil, gentille. It changes spelling for the girls this time. You have to add an extra L before the E. And that is kind. If you are a kind person. Looks like the word gentle, but gentle is generally somebody who's kind of kind. Mignon, mignonne. Cute. Mignon. A lot of you used that word in your pet project last year. Chouette. Chouette is just an expression. Cool, awesome. Whatever the expression is of the times, that's what it is. There's no exact English. It's something that is great, cool, awesome, fad, whatever the thing words. Sweet, depending on the decade. So, chouette. There's another one, génial, does the same thing. Okay, add these extras at the bottom. Some extras. Remember, pause the video if you need more time. Patient, patiente, patient. You'll sit there and you watch the drops. You're not in any hurry. Malade, sick. You've had that before. Malade. Sincere, sincere, truthful. Being honest. If you say, hey, I like your sweater. If you're sincere, you really do. You mean it. Confiant, confiante, confident. You're sure of yourself. I'm sure I passed that test. I'm confident I passed it. Je suis confiant. Je suis confiante. Heureux, heureuse. Happy. Another word for happy. Heureux, heureuse. Bon or bonne, good. You've seen this with weather. Mauvais, mauvaise, bad. Again, you've seen it with weather. Très, a lot. So you can be très grand, very tall. Très fatigué, very tired. So très, very something. Un peu, a little. Est-ce que tu es fatigué? Un peu. Are you tired? A little. So un peu. Okay, and that is the end of our notes. So, au revoir les élèves.